entitled C.O.N.S.A.V.E, an acronym staying for quantification of constrained scenarios in aviation and emission. This is an outcome from the IPCC work, which you may be familiar with, where the need was looking into the long-term development of societies and emissions. And we have been involved in many long-term studies of the aviation development, and we have learned within IPCC and also outside that it is impossible to foresee one future. It may be even impossible to foresee the future at all. But we need a quantitative description of the future, and so the need has come up to describe the future in different scenarios, as we have entitled this beautiful word coming from the theater world. By the way, it was a European project done by a consortium of industry scientists, and in industry we didn't have not only Airbus but also airlines on board. So we went through a heavy discussion process in order to come with 4 scenarios which will describe the future world of global societies in totally different terms. Focus on the time horizon of 2050 and an intermediate view to the years 2025 and an outlook to the year 2100. And I should add the requirements of the atmospheric research and the Climate Change Society was to focus solely on the year 2100. The project foresees explicitly, and its most important and innovative topic, the development of constrained scenarios, constraints to the development of aviation, I should add. And it was based, as I say, on the IPCC work, where these constraints, the C.O.N.S.A.V.E long-term scenarios, explore how the global aviation system may change over the first half of the century, and they consider alternative paths focusing different challenges, like infrastructure impacts, ecological pressure, fractured market, and change of societal values. And in this, we follow different paths of shaping factors. We've called it this way, shaping factors. These are primarily socio-economic and socio-demographic factors, and what we have called drivers, both in the positive and negative sense, that is constraining and fostering the development, which are energy availability, technologies, policy regulations, citizens' values, and finally pictures has been developed around these variables which I'm going through, but only to highlight these differences like population, world GDP growth and income per capita. And you see already in these fundamental variables of population how different the world may look like in the year 2050 according to forecasts. Political development in the first, unlimited skies, it's a market philosophy, it's a global development that is in the foreground, whereas in down to earth it's the preoccupation of pollution and such the pollution sources are tightly controlled. And we can go through with citizens' preferences, customer values, aircraft technology, safety and security, market development. All this has been described and quantified as possible, but following different general and global development. John Kester spoke of a doubling of tourism arrivals between now and the year 2020. Here we have a 7-fold growth in aviation passengers between the year 2000 and the year 2050. And I think this is much more dramatic. Some conclusions regarding the tourism industry, different scenario assumptions, and I think this is a message that I want to bring over, result in a wide range of imaginable long-term developments in travel demand. The unlimited sky scenario yields a high increase in air trips per capita all over the world. However, this demand growth will lead to regional infrastructure constraints. Capacities lag behind the demand, as it is already the case in some countries today. The regular push and pull scenario corresponds with high demand growth too. Aviation is not sustainable with the measures applied, like in the unlimited sky scenarios, but still a profitable business. In the scenario, a fractured world, travel demand will only increase within the different world regions with the low profitability. And finally, in the down-to-earth scenario, regional travel will be preferred by customers mainly by train, by surface modes, that is, in consequence of a drastic change in lifestyle. Aviation is not anymore a profitable business.